you've been tuning into Rainbow Six Esports lately, you probably know that playoffs for the NAL started a few days ago. Let me just start off by saying this is probably the most insane bracket we've seen in a long time. JJ Blast won the NAL. Last year he started 1-8 in his first Pro League stage, and now today he's an NAL champion. It's well-deserved for him, honestly. You know, he's put a lot of time and effort to get to this point in his career. But judging from the title of this video, we're not talking about him today. We're going to be talking about the other playoff match you might have seen, which was Darkzero versus a Wildcard. Now, if you saw this match happen live, or you're a degenerate Twitter user like me, then you probably saw this post made by Darkzero on their Twitter account.
One another. Darkzero was very clear about mentioning this on X as quick as they could. The moment they learned about this matchup, they were putting out, you know what? We own this roster. We have swept this team. Don't need a paternity test to know we're their fathers. Choice words there from the DZ social team there, Lax.
I almost spat out my water when I saw this tweet the night before, because it was just really an outlandish comment to make. First off, Darkzero, the new roster is like 3/5 ex-SSG players. For the longest time, Wildcard has been known as SSG's father. I mean, last year alone, Wildcard beat SSG 6 different times, only losing to them once in Stage 2 playoffs. Judging from how Darkzero is 3/5 ex-SSG, it's hard to say that this current DZ roster is Wildcard's daddy. You know, it's quite the opposite actually. But don't get me wrong, this was still an incredible series between both teams, with maps 2 and 3 going to max overtime, the full 15 rounds. So without further ado, let me show you how these two teams fought tooth and nail against each other to qualify for the Salt Lake City Major. It's map 2. Nighthaven Labs. Darkzero had a fairly dominant game against Wildcard on the previous map of Chalet, defeating them 7-5 and leaving them only one map away from qualifying to the major. How will Wildcard respond in this map after losing their own so easily? Will they be able to claw back against Darkzero? Wildcard ended the first half with a 4-2 lead, but Darkzero managed to claw back in this game, equalizing the scoreline to 4-4 at the end of round 8. Wildcard need to take the lead here, or this game might slip out of their hands. DZ are playing a basement 2-2-1 roam, with Newers looking to waste as much time as possible on the second floor, with J90 there to assist him. Wildcard begin the round by breaching IT in cafeteria wall, opting to start the attack lobby side, trying to clear out Darkzero's roamers. Bay and J90 spot each other across lobby hall, with Bay taking out most of J90's health. Baby Shark begins making vert with Ram's boogie drones, which Kino takes note of. He'll have to fall back from storage as he's now exposed to the floor to Baby Shark, but as he's falling back, he dies to Adrian, who's hopped in through storage window, taking the space Kino formerly held. Darkzero is now in a 4v5, and Newers wants to get a pick back and try to equalize the round, but his attempts are futile as he's taken out by Baby Shark on Raptor's wall. Because of this mistake from Newers, Wildcard in a comfortable 4v2 against Darkzero, and they're able to easily close out the round. It's round 12 now, and Darkzero have taken back the lead 6-5. Wildcard will need to win this round and take it to overtime, or they might lose their chance to make it to the major. Darkzero goes for another basement roam defense, but this time they're having Kino rat on Aqua. But Wildcard are aware of this, and Bay just narrowly missing death from the mute shotgun eliminates Kino 40 seconds into the round. The round moves forward, and Wildcard is able to clean house on Darkzero's roamers. NJR is now left in a 1v3.
Position now, in between the A and B bomb sites, gets thrown out yet again, waiting for the head. And LMG does a deceptive amount of damage. He just needs to make sure he can actually land the shots and survive the onslaught, which he won't! Baby Shark takes a bite out of him, and we're going to overtime between these teams.
Darkzero decides now is the time to defend top floor, which they could have done in round 12, and this series could be looking a lot different if they did, but that's where Wildcard is here to prove you wrong. Wildcard wants to plant in servers, with Bay and Baby Shark holding cuts into server from IT and Rafters, and the rest of Wildcard flooding into server from Connector and E-Box. They start off by getting the I2 wall breached, so Bay will be able to launch his Grim Bees at J90 on the Izami. Because of the live ping of the Grim Bees, J90 will be forced to give up Rafters, otherwise his position is known to Wildcard, and he'd be taken care of easily by Spiker's Capital bolts. With J90 giving up Rafters and Newers being picked off Pillar, Wildcard are able to begin closing in on Darkzero, pitching them within the bomb site. 3 members of Wildcard enter E-Box and Connector, with Kansan knocking out NJR cold as he desperately tries to hold onto E-Box. Now it's a 4v1. Spiker planning the diffuser. Kansan uses his smoke grenades to block J90's vision into server. He'll find Kansan through the smoke and take out Baby Shark and Bay. How does Wildcard let this happen? Will Spiker be able to clutch up the round?
Spiker will need to clutch out with Diffuse Kit going down again. Spiker got off of it. J90 trying to stop him in the process. Spiker will finally abort, but get the kill! Ice in his veins! Spiker pushes his team to map point.
Wildcard hardly put up a fight in round 14, being easily picked off individually against the side of Darkzero. Can Wildcard fix their issues in this round, or will Darkzero prevail over them and drop Wildcard to the lower bracket? Darkzero are defending control and storage, playing a heavy vertical extension with the Melusi, Izami, and Thorn upstairs. Because the ceiling of control and storage is mostly soft, Darkzero can just hold upstairs and create vertical angles into the bomb site, cutting off attackers trying to get in. None of that will matter though. Darkzero is about to crumble to the hands of Wildcard because they've brought along the Blitz. Spiker runs into Aqua, forcing Kino to fall back to the first floor, who dies to Adrian holding the cut on lobby window. Spiker and Bay continue their assault, pushing their way into command where J90 will be caught off guard, getting shot in the back by Bay. Wildcard have absolutely punished Darkzero's top floor extension. It's a 3v2 now, with Fultz finding a crucial pick onto Adrian, still on the lobby hall window. Will Wildcard be able to close out this map?
Was before. Look in warehouse, see what's up there. Nice shot by Newers, almost gets the shield. It's gonna come down to him versus Bay, and Bay gets the job done. Wildcard wins a wild one, and we will go to map 3.
That was an incredible performance of Wildcard and Darkzero on Nighthaven Labs. Both teams fought relentlessly until the very end, and now they're facing off on the final map, Clubhouse. A fairly simple map for experienced teams like Wildcard and Darkzero. But because these two teams know how to play Clubhouse so well, they'll be fighting tooth and nail to qualify for the major. Round 12. Scoreline 6-5 in Darkzero's favor. Just like the previous map, Wildcard will need to pull through to overtime in this round. Wildcard have decided to go to Cash and CCTV in the final round of regulation. They're opting for a horizontal extension into gym and bedroom, looking to waste Darkzero's time and utility. Darkzero will play into their extension, starting off their attack by breaching the jacuzzi wall, looking to clear them out. But Darkzero will hardly even be able to enter the building, because Baby Shark just pops off.
That qualifies you for the major. NAL Stage 1 will be coming up in a couple months' time once the major is done. And Wildcard will still have an opportunity. They're hoping to go out with a win. They need to do it through overtime. Both Baby Shark and Kansan are on the board. Baby Shark taking no prisoners. 3 kills for the Frenchman.
Round 14. Darkzero is up by 1 round. 7-6 scoreline. Wildcard are going to need a miracle to take back this map and the series. Wildcard are attacking CCTV and Cash. They've brought the Capital to open up Plat Wall. By having the wall breached, Wildcard's next problem is dealing with JNO and the Raptors, which is what the Habana is for. But Spiker won't even need to use his Habana pellets to clear out JNO, because he'll just simply peek the window. Trades go out, and now it's a 2v3 for Wildcard. With Darkzero having no plant denial, Spiker just chooses to dash to default plant like a madman, dodging bullets from Newers. Now, all Kansan has to do is protect him.
He falls off. They know that they're going to need some coverage. A run out from Kino, greeted by Spiker. He's doing everything himself. He's got the defuse kit. He's got Kansan for support, and now Fultz is on the ropes.
It's the final round of this best-of-3 series. A total of 42 rounds, with 2 maps going to max overtime has led to this final moment. This last round will determine who becomes the second NAL team to qualify to Salt Lake City, and who will drop to the lower bracket. Will Wildcard prevail over their father, or will Darkzero whip their son back into shape? Wildcard On the final round of this map and series, choose to defend barn stage? That's a bit of a wild card, pun intended. It seems Wildcard wants to throw a curveball at Darkzero by going barn stage, as neither team has played the bomb site until now. Wildcard have gone for a horizontal and a vertical extension. They want to contest the entire map so that DZ will have low time, low utility, and low man count. Newers finds an early pick on Adrian, catching him off guard as he drops the stock hatch. Wildcard, now in a man disadvantage, need to find a way to equalize, but Wildcard is actually just going to say, screw that. They need to come to us. Spiker and Baby Shark slowly peel back from their top floor extension, waiting for one of the members of Darkzero to make a mistake.
And he's got 3 people nearby. Newers will die. He pays for his crimes earlier. Spiker outduels Fultz as well.
Despite Wildcard's efforts, Darkzero manages to equalize the 4v2, bringing it down to an intense 2v2 to decide the winner of this series.
Without Cam.
Top floor control still being held by Wildcard now as they have the yellow pings. Spiker knows exactly where this is, but he can't get a good read on it. He'll reposition over towards the hatch. This could be a death throw. Oh my God, Spiker!